his name, so he is super excited. This is Riley. Riley, say hi. Say hi, Riley. Say hi. Say hi. Look, say hi. Aw. Say hi, Riley. Say hi. Hi. Ow. Riley, how you go? Say hi. Hi. Alright, so. Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Jean and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I hope that your summer is going amazing. So, let's talk about dogs. I just recently got a dog and it's a Yorkshire Terrier and his name is Riley. So you guys are gonna meet Riley. Riley, come here, Riley. This is Riley. Hey, Riley. Oh, so this is Riley. He's a Yorkshire Terrier and he is 3 months old. He is amazing and he's so adorable and so cute and he's so kind and loving. Oh, you know what? You almost ripped out the lash. You almost ripped out the lash, baby boy. So I love him. He's amazing. He's so friendly. He is so hyper, but it is a work in progress. We are training him right now and he's just amazing. So, oh, you ready to go down anyways. All right. So let's talk about before Riley. So all of my life, I was trying to convince my mom that we needed a pet. We need a dog. And my mom got a fish. She got a cat. Yep, that's about it. We had a fish and we had a cat. The fishes always died, so we always had to re-up on the fishes because every time we cleaned out the tank, we'd wake up the next morning, the fishes will be upside down. And with the cat died also. So that's not funny, but the cat it died as well. So we didn't have, after that, mom was like, look, I'm done with the pets, y'all ain't getting nothing. And I was real sad. I was real sad because I was like, dang, like I really want a pet to love on. And it was like, look, I don't need y'all to have a pet. A pet is another bill. That's another responsibility. I already got to take care of y'all. So y'all not having no pet. Play with each other. Love on each other. So we didn't have a pet. And also with Haitian philosophy, they believe that dogs are supposed to be outside guarding and protecting the house. They don't believe in indoor dogs. Like for what and for why? So she was just like, huh? Like, no. Like, she was like, look, none of my friends got dogs living in their house. I'm the only one that have children that want dogs in their house. So that was just the uphill battle since we were younger about convincing my parent to let us have a dog. So most recently, she was like, nah, ouvre un t-shirt. And I was like, so basically what she said, look, nah, which is what the nickname that they call me. She was like, you want a dog? And I was just like, yeah. And I ain't asked no questions. I ain't asked like, are you sure? I didn't ask like, do you really mean that? I was just like, I want one. And she was like, où mettre pour un t-shirt? So I knew for sure that I had to get a dog that was going to be accommodating for both of us. I knew that it had to be a dog that both of us would be able to love on and both of us would be able to handle. So first thing first tip that I will tell you is that you should talk to whoever you live with, or if you live on your own, you need to evaluate what type of dog fits your lifestyle. So for me, I know that it had to be a small dog because my mom was like, look, I don't want no dog walking around here and pooping big poops. Like, no. She was like, I don't want that. And then I don't want a big dog that's gonna be bouncing off the chair and all. She was like, I want it to be a very small dog. So that was rule number one. Number two, my mom, I knew for sure, needed a dog that was hypoallergenic. And because all of us suffer with sinuses, me, my sister, and my mom, we suffer from sinuses. My brother is the only one that does not have any sinuses. So I knew that I had to make sure that it was a dog that was going to be hyperallergenic and, you know, less likely to shed around the house. Number 3, I knew that this dog had to be friendly and sociable. One of the things I knew that we frequent have guests at our house, and my mom would want a dog that was friendly and, you know, not soon, but friendly. A dog that was going to be able to be around people and not act up, but also a dog that wasn't soon, like one that was gonna be like, oh, all over you, all touching on you, all hopping on you. Like, she didn't want that type of dog. So I knew that it had to be friendly and sociable. Number 3, I knew that this dog had to be adaptable and trainable and quick. And that was for me, because I knew I had a small grace period. A small grace period before my mom would get tired and she would be like, look, this dog gotta go. Like, I'm sorry, it ain't working. So I felt like I had about 72 hours to prove that this dog was adaptable to our family, and that it was going to be trainable, and that it was going to be just an easy fit into our house. This dog was a perfect fit for my family because it was trainable, it was adaptable, it was friendly and sociable, it was hypoallergenic, it was small, and it was just loving. Like, Riley has an amazing personality. And also, big one. I knew that this dog had to be super quiet. Not quiet like, oh, never bark, but it had to be one that was on the less vocal side, because my mom and I love our sleep. So we needed a dog that wasn't going to be like yapping all night. And I remember I was at my friend's Bianca house, and she has the same dog, and I was there for like maybe 2 to 3 hours, and I promise you, her dog did not even bark, not even a little bit. Like, it was so quiet. And I remember when I was looking for a dog, I texted her, I was like, hey girl, what type of dog you got? And she was like, a Yorkshire Terrier. And I was like, that might be the dog for me. And then I did my research, and I was like, oh, this dog is really like a dog that might fit very great for my family. So that's tip number 1. Find a dog that is going to be the right fit for you and your family, or you and your significant other, or just you and your lifestyle. So, second thing I knew was that we had to learn quickly what the house rules were going to be for this dog. And we wanted to keep it super simple. So, number 1, we knew that we did not want the dog in the kitchen. Like, from day 1, like, I trained Riley out the kitchen, like, because there are so many things in the kitchen, especially while you're cooking, that is fatal to dogs. So like onions and chocolate and all those great stuff, but terrible to dogs. So I knew that we wanted to train him not to be in the kitchen. And also, I hate when like you cooking and the dog like and begging for food. So we taught him very quickly out the kitchen. The second rule was that we needed to know where the dog was going to stay when everybody else was out the house. So very quickly from day 1, minute 1, I already chose that the dog was going to sleep inside the room with me, and it was going to be a shared space between me and Riley. So that was like the best place for me, because I felt like my room was spacious enough for the dog to walk around in, and it was practically my dog since I bought it. So I was just like, the best place for him to be is inside of the room with me. So that was where we chose for him to stay. So our third rule was touch, wash, touch. If you touch the dog, wash your hands before you touch anything else. And that's a big rule, because first of all, although the dog is clean, and I know this dog is super clean because it's with me all day, and you know, dogs' tongues are super clean, they're cleaner than humans' mouths and all that great stuff. But the thing is, this dog, first of all, you know, it's a dog. At the end of the day, it's an animal. Sound badly. So, if you're gonna touch it, just wash your hands before you go touch food and all that crazy stuff, because, you know, that's just contamination. So that was something that was a big, big rule for our house. Number 4 was trash out. So in our house, like, we are very big on cleanliness and smell. Like, I hate to walk into somebody's house and it smells straight up like dog, like, or it smells like an animal lives here. So our biggest thing was that the house had to stay super, super clean. Right now, Riley is potty training, so he poops on the puppy pad, and he pees on the puppy pad. So of course, this trash is going to have to be taken out more frequently, because there is a dog that's pooping and peeing actively. So that was our biggest 4 rules for our house, knowing that we were going to get this dog. So tip number 2 is establish your house rules about the dog. Tip number 3, puppy proof your house. So the minute that you get this dog is going to start sniffing and roaming and touching and licking and chewing. So make sure before you bring this dog home, you puppy proof the house. Within minutes of me bringing Riley home, he found a bobby pin that I had in my hair that I took out, and I guess it fell on the floor and I didn't even realize it, because at this point, this dog is like a baby. It's going to find everything and put it in its mouth. So I was looking at this dog like, what are you chewing on? Like, I didn't give you food yet. And I opened the dog's mouth and it was a bobby pin. And I was like, and I felt like my house was already clean and puppy safe. No. He proved to me very, very quickly that everything must be off the floor. If you don't want me to put it on in my mouth, if you don't want me to put it in my mouth, do not leave it on the floor. So that is rule number 3. Make sure you puppy proof your house and keep it safe. So that means that any cleaners need to be in a space in the area that they can't reach it in. Any cords need to be tucked away and not left out for them to chew on. Anything that goes on the floor, just know that it's going to go in this puppy's mouth for a taste test. So make sure that it's something that you know that's safe for the puppy. So toys, or like chew items, but not something that is hazardous. Alright, tip number 4 is make sure you have the basic essentials. So you're going to need a crate, you're going to need a bed, you're going to need a puppy pad holder, you're going to need a stain eliminator and odor remover. You're going to need dog poop bags. You're going to need toys. You're going to need fresheners, plug-ins, and candles. And, of course, you're going to need a collar and leash. The first 72 hours is a rude awakening. That's tip number 5. It's real simple. The first night I brought Riley home, he cried the entire night. And I didn't know what to do. So I took him out. I was rocking him like a baby child. Stupid. But I was like, maybe if I rock him, he'll go to sleep. That's not how it worked. I was like, maybe if I pet him to sleep. No, this dog is scared. It's in a new environment that it knows nothing about. It's away from its parents. Because I got the dog like while he was with his parents. So it's away from his parents. It's away from the environment that it has known since it was born. So he was crying, okay? Crying. And I was just there and I didn't know what to do. So you will have a rude awakening within the first night. And then also, this dog has to be put on your schedule. It knows nothing. It is going to be as if it is a blank canvas and you're painting the picture that you want for your life with this dog, this new thing in your life. Tip number 6 is that you want to set up a perfect pickup date and time. So whoever you live with, or if it's going to just only be you, you want to make sure that you have 3 days off, 3 consecutive days off. So for me, I had Memorial Day weekend. I got him on Memorial Day weekend. So I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday I returned back to work. You want to make sure that you have enough time to go ahead and start the training process, but also you want to get this dog familiar with who it's going to be living with. It would be really sucky to just bring this dog home and then go to work the next morning. It's just like, okay, I'm in this new environment. I don't know the people. They went to sleep, they woke up, and they left me. And I don't know. So you want to make sure that this dog is getting to know who it is living with and who its owners are and everything like that. So I definitely would highly recommend that you set up a perfect pickup date and time. Tip number 7, go ahead and get the vaccination process started as quickly as possible. So the first couple of months of this dog's life is going to be all about vaccinations. And the thing is, parvo is real, kennel cough is real. You want to get this vaccination process started as quickly as possible before this dog is interacting with other dogs, because you want to make sure that your dog is safe, especially if you are buying this dog. You want to make sure that you didn't just go ahead and buy this dog, introduce it to your family, and then, have to, it dies. So I don't know the best way to say that. So you want to make sure that you are starting the vaccination process as quickly as possible. For me, I brought my dog in the Saturday after I got the dog. It was a little bit too early. They recommend that you have the dog at least 2 weeks before they can do any vaccinations on it. But the first couple of months of your dog's life will be about vaccinations and a lot of preventative care. So please make sure that you bring it to a local veterinarian and or the Humane Society and get it started. Riley, what are you doing? Alright, tip number 8, clean machine. So this one is specifically for me. The first couple of weeks, I felt like I was a woman with a mop and broom and cleaning like a mad woman, okay? I felt like, I had to, because they are going to be training, and Riley's still learning how to aim. He got the puppy pad down quickly, but his aim sucked. So you are going to be spending a lot of time wiping, cleaning, throwing things away. You're going to be spending a lot of time cleaning up stuff. So make sure that you keep that space clean for not only him, but yourself as well. Tip number 9, grooming. So you are going to want to bring your dog to a groomer that gives private visits, or that you can drop off to their house, because you can't bring it to the groomer until about 4 months after it get its rabies shots and its kennel cough shot and stuff like that, vaccinations. So you want to make sure that you can find a groomer that does some personal visits where it won't have any interaction with other dogs. So definitely do that, because the dog probably didn't get any bath before you picked it up, because they probably, the person that was that had the dogs, they probably didn't want to compromise the health of the dog. The first couple of weeks they can't, I think I researched it a little bit. I don't think that they can take any baths. So I did bring Riley about 4 weeks. Wait, not 4 weeks. About 2 weeks after getting him on his, a week after his 3rd month, I decided to bring him in to get a puppy bath and a small little grooming session, and it was amazing. And after they get groomed for the first time, they're gonna act weird, and all they're gonna want to do is go to sleep. They're going to feel like they're depressed. Like, I was like, what's wrong with this? It was so sad. Like, he was just on the floor, like, laying, and he would get up and then he would go lay down again. And I guess because it's kind of stressful for them, their first little doggy bath, and it's a new thing, so I guess he was super stressed out. and he was just acting really, really sad and depressed. But then later on, after he got some food, he was good to go. So definitely think about or start considering who your groomer is going to be if you're going to groom at home. And then I do some grooming in between. Before he went to the groomers, I was like combing him and brushing him just to make sure, because he does have like longer hair. So I made sure that I was brushing him down and grooming him in between sessions. So definitely keep up with that. If you want to make sure that you keep up with that so it's not matted or he has tangles and it makes it harder on the groomer. So definitely do that. Tip number 10, do not be afraid to Google everything. The first couple of weeks, I am still Googling at this very moment. There's gonna be a lot of weird things that your dog does, and you're gonna be like, why is he doing that? And you're gonna think your dog is the only one in the world that does it, until you get on Google and a forum come up and it's about 30,000 other people's dogs that does the same thing. So I think that brought me a lot of comfort, learning about the dog process. That definitely brought me a lot of comfort, knowing that at a touch of a hand I could Google something, see a symptom, and know that, okay, he's okay. That's not something to worry about, you know. So definitely do not be afraid to Google everything that you want to know. You have the answers at your fingertips, so definitely use Google as a key. All right, tip number 11, be watchful of your dog's habits. You want to use these first couple of weeks to figure out, okay, when your dog needs to pee or poop, what does he do? If your dog is hungry or thirsty, what does he do? You want to learn those small habits so that you can understand your dog fully, so when they are not, you know, acting as themselves, you can be like, that's not normally what he does. You also can find out if your dog has any allergies. Like for instance, I think that Riley has a slight chicken allergy. I don't think that it's something like very big, but I do think that he has a slight one, so I might be changing his kibble very soon. Because I looked up on Google and I was like, oh, well, he does that one. He didn't do everything that they listed, but he did one particular thing, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to continue to be watchful and see if that is a chicken allergy or just something funny that he does. Tip number 12, be prepared for teething. Your dog is going to want to chew on everything. Do not let an envelope hit the floor. That is important, because he will probably tear it up and chew on it, okay? Your shoes will be chewed on. The sides of your desk will be chewed on. Everything will be chewed on, okay? Because they're teething, so their teeth is growing in, and in order for them to soothe up the pain, they start chewing on everything. So definitely be prepared for that. So make sure you're bringing some toys in that they can chew on, so it can kind of help with the soothing process. But your dog is going to want to chew on every single thing. Be ready for it. I told you. Don't say I didn't tell you. I told you. All right? Tip number 13, establish uninterrupted time to spend with your dog. I try to make like 30-minute sessions, like 2 30-minute sessions. I try to make at least 2 30-minute sessions each day where I spend uninterrupted with Riley, where I put away my phone, where I turn off the TV, and it's just me and him time. Usually I turn on some music and I just play with him, because in order for you to prevent them to do destructive chewing, and it's a dog, you know, it wants affection, it wants love, it wants attention. So definitely take some time to put away your phone, turn off the television, and give it some time. I try to do 2 30-minute sessions, and then sometimes I just sit there throughout the day. I might just stop and cuddle with him and rub down on him and everything like that. So definitely do that. They definitely enjoy it. It's a living, breathing thing that wants love and affection. So definitely do that. That's tip number 13. Really simple. Tip number 14. Affordability is key. So you're going to buy things for your dog. You do not have to go to PetSmart and Petco every time you buy something for your dog. I think that TJ Maxx has a great pet section for you to use for your dog. So definitely utilize that. Walmart, Target, you do not have to go to these big pet stores and buy these things where they kind of bring up the prices. Definitely try to find where your dollar fits best. Amazon is a great place. Chewy, there's different things that have different sales and bargains. So definitely use that. Affordability is key. Yes, this is a new thing in your life, but you don't want to overspend. I hope that this video was helpful to somebody out there. I hope that you made it to the end of the video. If you do, put a comment down below. Put bubblegum down below so I know that it's real. I don't know, that just popped up in my head. So, alright you guys, love you to the moon and back, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Have a great hot girl summer, and I will see you guys in the next video.